welcome to today's meditation time. I am honored that you are choosing to spend a few minutes with me, but more importantly, that you are willing to pause and spend a few minutes with yourself. Whatever point in the day that this is for you, I hope that it brings you some peace and some calm, and whenever rest does find its way into your path, that you will sleep soundly and with ease, just because of these few minutes that you spend clearing your mind and just finding a little stillness. So let's get to a spot where we're comfortable. Just sit up nice and tall from wherever you are. You can cross your legs or not, whatever feels good. But just allow your eyes to close gently. And from wherever you're seated, just allow yourself just to really ground down your seat. Feel anchored and feel stable. And begin to notice, how are you breathing? Is it rapid or is it slow? Is it deep? Is it shallow? Is it in your chest? Is it in your belly? Don't try to control it just yet. Just notice. What is my breath like in this moment? And in our few minutes that we have together today, we're going to focus on all of the things that stimulate and come into our world and into our path. Some of them good, some of them not, some of them kind of neutral. But there are so many stimuli out there. So many things that are coming in, trying to distract us, trying to steer us a different direction than maybe we're going. And again, some good, some not. Our mind, research says, has about 70,000 thoughts a day. 70,000 thoughts a day. So some of those stimuli are coming from within us. We try to be still, we try to be quiet, and then the mind goes a million directions. So what I want us to do in these few minutes is I want us to first and foremost just validate the fact that we live in a busy, very overstimulating world. There are distractions at every turn. There are people who are kind and people who are not. There are parts of our jobs that we do that we love and parts that maybe don't bring us as much joy. But we have the tools within us, no matter what is going on in the world, to find stillness and to find quiet. There's a beautiful quote by Viktor Frankl that says, in between stimulus and response, there's a pause. And in that pause is where I have the chance to grow and to be empowered. I have the chance to breathe before I choose to respond or not. And so what I want us to do today is just validate, up until this moment, there's been a lot of stimulus. A lot of distractions, a lot of things pulling on our heart and pulling on our attention. But before we respond, before we react, let's pause. Let's find the power in the pause. And within it, let's find a clear pathway to growth, to development, to our purpose. And so in this pause together, let's focus on our breath. So whatever your breath was doing, let's start to slow it down. So from your belly, let's take a nice, slow, deep breath in. Fill yourself up as much as you possibly can, and then gently open your mouth and sigh it out. And again, nice, slow, deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Nice, slow, deep breath in. Exhale, release it out. One more. Slow, deep breath in. And let it go. And if it feels comfortable for you, I invite you to bring your hand and just put it right in the center of your chest on your heart. And just notice how with those few breaths, how things have begun to calm. All the stimulus are not gone. All the distractions are not quieted. But just notice the gentle rise and fall of your hand with your chest. Evidence that you've already begun to calm yourself from the inside out. And then as your hand can come back to rest on your lap or wherever it was, try to maintain that same breath. And oftentimes in meditation, we try to stay present, focusing on this moment right here. But what I'd like each of us to do is to think about, what do you have tomorrow? What do you know you're going to have to do tomorrow? Who are you going to have to interact with? Where might it get a little busy, a little uncertain, a little shaky, a little chaotic even? So just think for a second, what is coming tomorrow? And then at the same time, I want us just to validate the fact that we don't know everything that's coming tomorrow. There will be unknowns. There will be unexpected turns. There will be traffic. There will be attitudes from people that we didn't expect. There will be things that we haven't planned for. And so let's use our breath to help us in this moment be ready for those things. Because we can know what's coming and we can have a plan and we can be ready. But the part that usually shakes us to our core and causes us to feel uneasy and unsteady are the things we didn't expect. So as you sit just a little bit taller, let's prepare in this moment for the moments to come. Let's take a nice, slow, deep breath in again. And then let it go. One more like that. And let it go. And this time we're going to pause when we get to the top. So nice, slow, deep breath in. Pause right here. Don't let it go yet. Just pause. You've got this. Just stay, pause, and then release it out. And let's pause again before we breathe in. Just sit for just a second. And then breathe in. And again, don't let it go. Pause right here. And then let it go. Pause again. Don't breathe in yet. And inhale. And pause. And exhale. And as you just continue to breathe normally, the lesson here is you can pause. Maybe it's not always comfortable to do so. We want to get that breath in and out and just keep that natural rhythm going. But you just showed yourself something as simple as the breath. I have the power to pause. And I was okay afterward. It didn't harm me. It didn't forfeit my peace and my calm and my ease that I'd already felt. I have the power to pause. And so let's just sit together for just a moment or two, just quietly feeling that empowerment. So no matter what comes tomorrow, expected or not, we will face it with a choice to pause. Just let that sound bring you back to the space that we're sharing. Whether you can feel the vibration still in the air from that sound or not, know it is there. Long after the sound begins, the vibration is still felt. The same thing happens with our pause. Long after we've paused and we've waited before we respond, or before we choose maybe not to respond, the empowerment from that split second, those couple of seconds, that empowerment is felt for many more minutes to come. So know that when you choose to pause between the stimulus and the response, you will discover growth. It comes through peace and ease and empowerment. And it is yours. It's with you all the time. So whatever tomorrow brings, I encourage you, take a deep breath in. Hold it for just a second at the top. And then let it go. And see what your response needs to be. I wish you peace and ease as you find rest tonight. Namaste.